Okay, so here we are in the class itself. Once you log in, you will see all this down here on your left. You'll come to the opening page, which is your course home. Um, that's where I have the entry point set. Down the left side, these are what I call tabs, and these are what you will access for what you need to know. Now, the first tab, now some of these you will not see because they're blocked out to students. They are my tabs. But your course home kind of gives you, an outline of each week. You can scroll through, and then all of a sudden you'll see certain things that are due on certain days. In other words, your homework assignments, your quizzes, all that are due by July 8th. You don't see anything here for July 5th for me because I went ahead and just took the syllabi acknowledgement test myself just to kind of give a gradebook score. I missed one on purpose just to show you, illustrate the gradebook. But this kind of gives you your outline in here, tells you what's due, when it's due. You can view all assignments if you want to, and that takes you to the gradebook. And you see these green flags mean you have to do 2.1 before 2.2, so on and so forth. Okay, so that's something you can always do. Now, if you want to get back to that course home, just click on course home. You don't need to use your browser back button. Here's something here. Welcome to my math lab. Browser check. You need to run that, and I'll show you that here in the orientation. Here's your overall score. Kind of gives you a, grade book item, your submission progress, stuff like that. And there's also announcements. So your first assignment, go to the Start Here tab, which obviously you did if you're watching these videos. Homework facts, things like that. Okay. All right, so again, we just saw the announcements, but you can always go to the announcements if you want to see them. Click on that arrow and it expands it. As you notice here, complete the browser check, orientation, videos, and syllabi acknowledgement homework by July 5th. That's the last day, but you need to do it as soon as possible. Some homework facts, you can read through that. And then scheduling your midterm. I've even got a link here, but I've got a link in here as well, okay? Next item is the Important Course Info tab. Now, you'll notice you can't click on anything here. You just click on it to the left. So these are the items in here. There's your syllabus. Hopefully you've got that because I did send it out to you. Excuse me. We go through and explain, all your computer requirements, calculators. Make sure you're aware of that. Spending 6 to 9 hours a week on your assignments. The procedure. You can read the section in the book, view the videos, do the homework. That's how you do well in math. Okay, just jumping to the homework. I know we don't want to take the time, but you know what? Do you or do you not want to get through this class? That's what I just got to say to you. So please do what you got to do. One thing, while I'm in the syllabus, email. I will read my email every day, Monday to Friday. Oftentimes I do read it on the weekends, but I will respond to your questions within 24 hours on weekdays. Weekends, I have a life, so I may or may not be here. But I check my email on my computer. As you saw in the earlier video, I am old. I don't look at my phone all day. So I'll oftentimes have students say, I've been trying to reach you, and they send me 3 emails with an hour apart. Well, you've got to give me 24 hours. Sometimes I get to them quicker than that, but oftentimes if it's 7, 8 o'clock at night, I'm not getting them till the next day. So be patient and realize if you need something, quickly or something you need, plan ahead. Okay, plan ahead. Here again, must have a passing average between the midterm and final to pass the course. Your assignments, your homework, we'll get to all that here shortly. Your quizzes, proctors, okay? You've got to get proctors for your 2 tests, and here's the information for your midterm and your final. Midterm must be taken by July 18th. Final must be taken by August 4th. You can certainly take those ahead of time, okay? But those are the End dates. Here's your grading scale. You have to have a C in this class to get credit for it. Making progress, you can read through that. Withdrawal policy, you can read through that. Okay, and then here is your course calendar, which I have on the next slide down separated. Here is when your due dates are. And as you can see, we move fast. 4 days in between pretty much each chapter after we get to chapter 2. So you've got to get busy. The midterm exam is 2 days after the chapter 4 assignments, so that gives you 2 days to practice. Okay, 2 days to practice, at least 1 full day to practice. Same thing with the final. Final exam is due August 4th. I don't have that on here, but you know that already. And the last day of your work is August 2nd, so it gives you time to practice. Proctored exam info is where you can bring, so you can read through that. There are links if you're a BCTC student, or if you're not BCTC, you can click on these links and find the testing center that you need to schedule your proctored exam through. Tutoring schedule, there are links for those. If you need to withdraw, we have our withdrawal policies. I have some with some schools that we tend to get more students at than others, but you can click on those links on how to withdraw from the class. Lastly is email. If you need to email me, you can. You see there's nobody in here yet because can't enroll till Monday. And this is not Monday, this is Sunday. So anyway, so that's that. Go back to the main menu, and here's some quick links. If you just want to go straight to the homework, you can click on that. It takes you straight to the homework. I don't suggest doing that because I think it's just going to cause you to be confused and maybe not follow a good process, but you can always go there. Here's a link to your quizzes and tests, and you'll see there's all kinds of quizzes, practices, things like that. I'll explain that here shortly. You've got your ebook. You can go to any chapter you want. Ebook for screen readers if you have a disability. And I don't really do the chat in class live, but if somebody wants to chat, I'll be more than happy to do it. All right. The grade book. Again, you won't have anything in this yet, but I do. So that's my overall score. Kind of shows me, I can go look at the past 2 weeks. I can go the whole month, entire course, whatever. And you get graded on what you've done. Okay, so you get graded on what you've completed. Start here. You've been here, so you've seen the video tour. You're watching the videos, and then the orientation, how to enter answers. I would really take the time to look at that so you're familiar with how to enter answers. Read the syllabus and calendar, and then do the syllabus acknowledgement homework. Now you're ready to start chapter 2. And every chapter is pretty much the same. You go through and this is the order you complete things in. So you do chapter 2. You can watch the video, read the book. If you need more help, go for it. Not, then you go to the homework. Now, quizzes. You have 3 attempts. I'm giving you 3 shots. The highest grade will be recorded in the grade book. And there are practice quizzes and review sheets. So every one of these every chapter has a practice. It's not graded. You can work it as many times as you want. The quizzes, again, you see over here, 0 of 3, 0 of 3. But chapter 2 is 0 of infinity. So you can do it as many times as you would like. Now I'm clicking on chapter 2 again. If you would rather maybe do some practice on pencil and paper, there's a chapter 2 review sheet. You can work on pencil and paper, and it has the answers. Okay, and that opened in a new window, so I can close that window, go back to my class. And every chapter has the same setup. The midterm exam, you've got practice for it. Here it is. Neither one of these are graded, but you can take it as many times as you want. Okay, final exam, same thing. Okay, you got the date and when it's due by. All right, so when we look at, again, the important course info, you've got the proctored exam info. Make sure you read through this. Make sure you know what to bring with you. If you email me stuff that's in the class, I'm going to tell you to read it. But what I do want to show you before I end here is I want to show you kind of the setup for your homeworks. So if I click on a homework, it tells you, everything here. And what you have are, you've got your questions. So if I go into question 1 and I work it out, get my answer, I'm simplifying. And right down here at the bottom, you've got a fraction bar. You can enter that in. If you do that by mistake, you just click out of it and backspace it till it disappears. You got square roots, absolute value, exponent buttons. Right here, this parentheses are only used for intervals and for points. So don't use them to put answer in there because the computer is going to read them as either a point or an interval. Again, I'm going to backspace out of that, get rid of that. There are more symbols as well. So you've got all kinds of symbols you can use. If you have a problem, question help, you can help me solve this. And it takes you through steps. You can view an example. You can go to the book where it comes from, or you can ask my instructor and I will get an email. Okay? So you can leave a homework, come back to it. You can come back in and rework anything you missed. So just, know your options. Right here's the homework overview. It's not going to have anything because I haven't done anything yet. Okay, but let's say I messed up. Let's say I do mess up on my signs, and I get that. I can check my answer. Whoops, wrong. Okay, so I can try it again. Let me put a minus sign in front of there. Okay, check answer. Good job. Next question. Okay, so that's how you work it. All right, but the how to enter answers will also go through some of that as well. Now I can save what I've done. I come back to it. All right, so just make sure you know what you're doing. Communicate if you have troubles. Get help when needed, but don't have somebody do your work for you. There's a difference in getting help and having someone do your work. So let's have a good 6 weeks. And if you have any questions, please email me. Keep in touch. I will keep in touch also. So good luck, and we will talk to you later.